Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Yes, you might notice that we're in space, we're actually on Proxima B. And this is what I'm looking for, the stabilized redstone ore. So far I have made every single singularity that we needed without using mystical agriculture or the creative tank, which we don't have it yet. But we will get it today, don't you worry. So since we have not used any cheaty methods, I was thinking maybe I should finish the job properly. We're gonna craft the final singularities, and for that we need some destabilized redstone ore. How much to be exact, I'm not really sure. That is 4,000. Holy, we just get a bit more. I mean, it's like super easy to gather, so why the hell not? I have been mining here for around 16 minutes based on the night vision that I have. And so far we have 17,000 destabilized redstone and 6,200 rutile, which is incredibly important. Oh, and we're gaining perks. I'm just going to mine here until our night vision wears off, then we go to another planet. So see you in like 3 or 4 minutes. You're not gonna wear off, are you? 35 seconds, okay. What the... Oh, that was Astral Sorcery and we have reached level 30. And since the night vision is off, we need to move on. So we need to go to Mars because we're looking for Resonant Ender. So see you on Mars. I will do the same thing. 2 night vision potions. Actually, for what I wanted to do, 5,000 is way more than enough. It's fine. We can go home. So I have mined them all. The problem is getting them out because the docking station recipe is disabled. Yeah, you can't make it. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do, if you guys remember, is that we are making redstone over here, correct? We are using it in order to make flux electron, which we already have the singularities for, but we also need it in order to make the flux crystals. That requires 20 plus singularities. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you destabilized redstone, 25,000 of it. 1 redstone dust in a magma crucible gives you 100 millibuckets. 1 piece of destabilized redstone, on the other hand, gives you 4,000 millibuckets. So that's gonna be like incredibly super fast. Also, before we destroy our base, let's turn you back. You know, we don't want a giant hole inside the base. As for the resonant ender, we're going to make 2 molds for gems. That means if we smelt it down inside the smeltery, which is incredibly fast, we're going to get ender pearls. And each ore is going to give you 40 ender pearls. It's amazing. It's just that I think it's better to switch the crates with some sort of an ender chest. For the moment. So now we should be getting ender pearls relatively fast. Oh, it's good. It's really good. If you guys remember, the reason that we need ender pearls is actually for Indirium, the singularity. We can make 1, but we need 2. And each Indirium needs 1 ender pearl, so yeah, it's a lot. So the question is, how are we doing on redstone? I added a demonic barrel. 41,000 buckets. How fast are you working? Oh my goodness. Okay, with like half an hour of mining, we're good. But now the important thing is that there's also a titanium singularity, and for that we needed rutile, which we got. Where is it? Yes, 9,000. Each rutile ore gives you 4, so we're good to go. We just set a pattern, we put it in the arc furnace, and we should be able to order some. Ignore the titanium from tech guns. Getting that would have been easy. But this should also be incredibly fast, yeah. Okay. I'm happy. We have taken care of every single singularity without mystical agriculture or the creative tank. We don't have them yet, but we will. Don't you worry. So fun fact of the day, if you hold sneak and right click with the wireless crafting terminal, you're gonna crash. It's very confusing when you're trying to open your dank null and then put items in your system. I did crash twice, but we do have enough titanium in order to make the 2 titanium singularities, and we're also going to have enough ender pearls really soon. I ordered 5,000 Indirium, 300 is left, that's not bad. And we already have 3,400 ender pearls, so it should not be a problem. And the thing which is going to be the problem is the flux crystal. So I have been checking, if you try to make the flux crystal block, well, there is an easier recipe. That is the advanced metallurgic infuser, and we already have that machine, so maybe we should use it. At this very moment I was pumping in chlorine, but I don't think we need to, because the only recipe which works with chlorine is titanium. And we already have all the titanium that we ever need. So we're going to switch this with redstone. We craft just a bit of speed upgrades, just in case. And we just need to change the patterns. So we cancel you. We shall make a recipe for you. So now if I order, I don't know, 10,000 flux crystals, this should be fast. Oh, diamond blocks. I have 5.9 million diamonds, why? And I never had enough redstone. That is 10,000 blocks of diamonds. No? Yep. And we order 10,000 blocks of flux gems. Let's see how fast it is. It's not fast. Or is it fast and I'm just being blind? But this is the problem. Redstone. More speed upgrades? It does take a few seconds. Yeah. Obviously, when there is a will, there is a way. We're gonna export diamonds into an ender chest, as usual. We're going to export the redstone into 3 more fluid transposers, like so. We shall ask you to export on brown, insert on brown, like so. And once they have started making us some flux crystals, that goes into an ender chest. A bit of a faster method, I guess. Yeah, it's just that we're not extracting it fast enough. Now is it good? Yeah, perfect. So how fast are we getting flux crystals? That's a good number. It's maybe 20 every second. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day. You know why? Today is the day that I have managed to make 2 ultimate singularities without using the creative tank or mystical agriculture. Although I should have probably made that statement after we get the singularities. Well, you come with me, and we put them inside, and yeah, it does work. The ultimate singularity. Just the one. We just need one more, which is ready. Perfect. So they go in, and there you go. Now we can move on with the creative tank. What should we do? Last episode we did manage to make a ton of ingots from Thaumcraft, so I'm hoping it's enough. I'm missing ender pearls. Oh boy. Ivory, ebony, metal, insanium. Well, ender pearls is going to be relatively easy. We just need to do this. Metal is also relatively easy. There you go. Maybe we should make more. Just in case. Now I have to go and get ebony and ivory. That's it. Oops. I have never ever made a waypoint, so yeah. This time we make sure to have a waypoint. Good. That is all the ebony that we're going to need for the moment. I just remembered my wireless terminal is not working. So the thing is, we would be able to make an infinity booster card, which we can. I was going to say that I did manage to get one of these blue crystals from extreme reactors, but apparently we don't need that. I got it as a quest reward. And there's also another reward which we could have claimed, but we don't need that. So you need 4 quantum link chambers. I'm just waiting for some flux pearls. There you go. 1 1024 ME storage component. And that's it. Come on. Yes. Infinity booster card. Where does it go? Here? So I can go to the end and access the terminal? Perfect. So for the recipe of the creative tank, we're missing a bunch of items. First things first, let us get our 12 ultimate catalyst. We can make it. I just have to double check that there is no empowerer recipe, that's it. Because we have one empowerer, and if there are 2 different recipes, it's going to be mixed up. I have already made the awakened cores, these are the chaotic cores, and that goes in the center, like so. So essentially we are going to have our catalyst, and the only things that we're missing are a bunch of tanks and a bunch of buckets. I'm not gonna lie to you, some of them are going to be very easy, some of them are going to be very painful. And I just realized I probably have enough chaos shards. 34. Yeah, that's enough. So we start from the top, we go clockwise. That's a very bad decision, I know. We need 5 tanks of ethanol. That comes from a fractionating steel, we're not gonna do forestry. It comes from biomass, biomass comes from... This is easy. Actually, I have already been duping some lily pads. I saw this recipe a while ago and I forgot. Actually, I haven't done that. I was waiting for this. Now I'm duping lily pads. So I think we're going to go with like 2 melters. We shall take a nap. And since everything that we are going to do today is going to be super temporary, because after we get the creative tank it doesn't really matter, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be messy. You know, like really messy. This is not a valid device. You don't need power. So if I give you lily pads, you just work? No. Melts items into liquids. How do I give you heat? Magma blocks underneath? No. Let me do some research. It does seem that I was moving in the correct direction, it's just that it's not magma blocks, it's lava. And the more lava blocks you have around it, the faster it's going to work. So we can just surround them with lava like so. Heat is 8. Yeah, it works. So what we're getting at this very moment should be biomass. Let's take it out. Oh, the system is offline again. It's chunk loaded, I swear. You see, I once got a message that my base is not chunk loaded. Look, everything is. There's not a single place which has an applied energy stick cable and it's not chunk loaded. So if we extract the biomass, that should go inside the tank. Perfect. And if I'm not wrong, we also need the actual biomass. So let us get 5 buckets. Yeah, exactly. It comes over here. Also, maybe just in case, from now on, we should have an extra bucket of everything. So the biomass goes inside the fractionating steel. We have the reflux column. It should improve the efficiency by a bit. And yeah, that is ethanol. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be slow. So the problem with cyclic is that if you have 1 stack of lily pads, it's gonna work. If you have 2 stacks, it's gonna stop. So if we need to automate it, we need to have some sort of a conduit. The limited item filter that you guys taught me, which I don't know where it is. Ah, this one. And we specify 1 stack of lily pads. Yeah, we seem to be fine. Go on round robin. Yeah, we're good. We need 150 buckets of ethanol, so this could take a very long time. Wait a minute. This only works for fossil fuels. Okay, just work faster, I guess. Anyways, after ethanol, we're going to need fruit juice and mutagen. I don't know how to make fruit juice. Here's the thing, the more you know. So I do have a feeling, yeah, I never made a squeezer. And I actually never processed any mineral. But we are getting some from our bean farm, so I'm not really gonna complain. And just 2 pieces of dense obsidian, that's not how you do that. How do you make obsidian plate? Oh boy. Since we have a cheaty method of making rutile, we never automated a compressor. Yeah, and we don't even have a compressor. I have 22. Why? Well, I don't really care. This will do. With some overclockers. No? Yeah. So there you go, we have our squeezer, and fruit juice is basically anything, it can be apples. Because of tech guns we are getting tons of apples from our mob farm, so I'm not really that worried. That means we should get some fruit juice. Yes, we just need 5 buckets. Thankfully mutagen is also one of the easy things, and we have plutonium left. Oh, each one gives you 300 millibuckets. Nice. Chunk loading in this mod pack is a serious problem. Because even though everything is chunk loaded, my ultimate ingot got stuck because of terrosteel. We also have nuggets. We're getting it from the beans. That was 18 ingots. Do you remember that once I said we're never ever going to need mana steel? We're out. Don't really know how. So first off, we are out of mana, so we can make only 64 ultimate ingots until the mana supply is replenished and we would be able to make more. Which is perfectly fine, maybe that's going to take 1 or 2 hours. Anyways, we have our mutagen. And I have also made a liquid heat exchanger from AE2. This one is for the lava. Pahui hui. It's a weird name. I have already made 2 buckets of lava, but then I remembered I actually haven't shown you how it worked. So the way it works is that you're going to need heat conductors, 10 of them, and you need to provide this guy with lava, correct? The heat has to go somewhere. For that I'm using a steam boiler. You give it water, it takes the heat, and we get the lava. You see? It's going into the tank. As usual, we just need 5 buckets. Yeah. Come on. Thank you. A 6th one for good measure. We don't need them anymore. So the lava goes here. Here is our witch water, like so. Hopefully we also have enough mutagen. Yes. I did mention that we go clockwise, but there are some fluids which are incredibly easy to make. We have tectonic petroleum, we have aerotheum, and we have blazing pyrotheum. I already had blazing pyrotheum. Yeah, now I remember. I took it from the nether. There are also a few easy ones, draconium. Yeah, super easy. Demon metal is also one of the easy ones, but unfortunately there is no other recipe other than the smeltery itself, meaning that we just have to cast it into buckets. These endgame recipes are just meant to be irritating, because you have to do different things for just 1 bucket. For some very weird reason we had like 300 canola seeds, and that's also something that we need. And we do have the canola seeds, but we don't have the actual canola. That is perfectly fine, we're going to make some. Yeah, it does give you canola, because one of the things that we have to make is the empowered oil from actually additions. So you get canola oil, you refine it, then you drop the crystallized one, you get crystallized oil, then you need some empowered ones. Thankfully we can do that with Draconic Evolution. I was not really in the mood of making an empowerer. I just made myself some refined canola oil and let us empower it. So as usual we need 6 buckets, so the crystallized goes in. Okay, we get the crystallized oil. And yes, our empowered ones are also ready. So that goes in. Yes. Another thing is that I have realized our ethanol is ready, so we can take it. That is 6 tanks. That's 5. Oh, it should be 5 tanks. Yes, yes. The final one doesn't have to be a tank. Okay, so where do you go? So you go on the top. Canola goes here. And I have also made molten clay, which goes here. Yep. We're not missing that much. We just need tritium, mirion, sewage, resonant ender, and 1 tank of tree oil. How the hell do you make tree oil? Oh, awesome. Actually, that could be relatively easy because I do have a setup for rosin, and thankfully it stopped working. That means it's already making us tree oil. I'm just voiding it, right? Oh, I have tree oil. Shut up. Yeah, 56 buckets. That's not much. Can you like upgrade the tank? No, it's fine. We just use a barrel. This one wasn't configured, the rest of them were empty, but that is fine, we will have enough. So for sewage, we have a goat on top of a sewer, and it has been running for a while, and well, we have 8 buckets, that's more than enough. And I think if you place it down, it withers you. No, it poisons you. It hasn't been that long, and I just noticed something very important. Do you notice it too? So first off, we have the Mirion, we have the Resonant Ender and everything, but we also should have some ultimate ingots. Not the ultimate ingot, the catalyst. Oh, I made some. So can I have like 4 more? How many can I have? Out of curiosity. That is 12. Okay, then it needs to craft. We don't want it to craft. So basically, if I put the catalyst here, like so, now do you notice it? We're just missing one thing, tree oil. And if I'm not wrong, we already have enough. Yeah, 58 buckets. That is 1 tank of tree oil. You come with me. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the first creative tank. Lovely. It's not a quest. Why? Requires creative EU. Do we have to do this in order? I don't want the creative capacitor bank. I mean, I will make it, but I thought this is more important. Anyways, the first thing that we're going to use it for is going to be for neutron fluid. That is infinite amount of neutron fluid. Then I'm hoping we can make a few black hole tanks. Oh my goodness. Can I do it like this? No. We have to place it down. There you go. So in Project Ozone, the way that the creative tank worked is that we could have used black hole tanks in order to make some sort of a buffer. Because you could fill it in instantly. Does it work the same way here? No? Oh, it's full. Okay, it's instant. It just didn't update, it was a visual glitch. Screw you, I have my creative tank. No, we needed that, at least for the 1 bucket. However, now that we have this neutron fluid, what we need to make is neutronium. That's it. You know, at this point you're expecting very weird recipes, but that was easy. I just installed the fluid infuser. Here is a pattern for neutronium. And you need power, right? Oh, you have power. Cool. So can I order like 200 neutronium ingots? Oh, you're slow. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's fine, we don't need like a bajillion, but this is very slow. Much better. In order to change the fluid that we have inside the creative tank, the only thing that we have to do is to use a fluid transposer. Or can we be lazy and use a gauge dropper? Wait a minute. This was funny. You can see the neutronium through the wall. So I don't really know, but just for testing purposes, here is some liquid ethylene. Can we put it in? No. Okay. It's fine, I can use a fluid transposer. I guess our first order of business is to make some tree oil. You know, for the remaining creative tanks. So you go in, 1 more creative tank, you go in, the 3rd one. Oh, we're out of catalysts. Okay, I forgot. Because of the chunk loading issue, if I want to make terrasteel, I have to go to our desert base, but oh, I should have brought a bucket. We can have buckets there, it's fine. Yeah, we didn't get that much mana. Can I have 30 more terrasteel? No, definitely not. That's not enough mana. It's fine, the reserve of terrasteel is good, we should be able to have the rest of the catalyst. But what we want is a bucket of blood, because you can put it in a creative tank. That's why. Wait a minute. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? A liquid death. We have mortars, we should have Prediccio, yes. And alchemia should be also full, yes. Just need 1 bucket. And the V isn't... Oh, it's working. Okay. Every time that you log back in, you don't know if it's gonna work or not. That's the problem. Yes. We have 1 bucket. Now we have infinite buckets. I wanted to use liquid death, but it doesn't really have a texture. It's just white. Blood is also fine. I'm happy with that. So unfortunately, I have not edited the footage, so this could be a super long episode or it could be like 5 minutes into the video. The gist of it is, I have no idea. But we have so much work to do, and if it turns out to be a 40-minute video, I'm very sorry. I didn't check. So what is it that we want to craft? This is not very important. The creative generator from AE2 could be important. Oh my goodness. You need 12 high voltage solar panels. Well, I have the 1. We need 11 more. Goodness, look at the resources. Okay, maybe we should order that one, at least. Also, for some reason, my textures are broken, so I have to check every single item. Basic machine casing. That should be the one. Yes, that is a stupendous amount of resources. I think it's also a miracle that we have all the plastic. Yeah, 7,292. Oh, we have 19,000, we're good. The missing large plates are not important, so don't you worry about that. That is for the basic machine casing, which at this very moment, we're just duping it. Hoppers are not fast enough. What did I break? Oh, that was in the hopper, it's fine. I did not break anything. Just before I forget, we also have the singularities, the flux crystals. And with this, we don't need any more singularities for the infinity catalyst. That's it. And yes, I'm aware this is empty, but in the recipe, that is also empty. Maybe we should do this in smaller batches. 5. Yeah, and now that I have checked the recipe of the infinity catalyst, I just remembered, we need these things. Cosmic meatballs, ultimate stew, and dragon eggs. Let's actually focus on them. Because this recipe is going to be amazingly simple, we just need the high voltage solar array. And a few other things, but they are fine. So first things first, for the cosmic meatballs, we're going to need a ton of stardust, correct? So far we have been getting star metal from our laser drills over here, but I did manage to find the cheaty way. Apparently you can just melt one. How do you melt it? Oh, it's that kind of a melting. So the cheaty method is very obvious, we're just going to use a creative tank. And you know, put it inside a black hole tank. Nuclear Craft does have a machine which is called an ingot former. That's the machine that we're going to use. I'm making a pattern for it because maybe we need more. But that was a quest. Interesting. I guess over here we would be able to have a very small setup for making different ingots that we're going to need until the end of the series. Yeah, this is fast. I think we're going to have like 2 million ingots. That's a lot. Anywho, that takes care of stardust. We do need it for a lot of things, including cosmic meatballs, so this is not a waste. 2 million is probably an overkill. Dude, it's nighttime. Game is being weird. You might also notice that in the recipe of the cosmic meatballs, we have something called a shifting star. This is not very auto-craftable, but thankfully there is a starlight crafting engine. Aha, we're gonna use that. And besides, we already have the altar, we just need to add a few more blocks and that's it. So this should be the shifting star, we can craft it. Come on. One more bucket of starlight, and that should give us the machine blueprint. It's fine, we're just missing modularium. There you go. Thankfully, everything is also on auto-crafting, so this should be incredibly easy. Yeah, that was it. So this is a bit confusing. We need to add a few more blocks. How do we do that? And to be perfectly honest with you, I had no idea you can make stairs. You can't. Oh, you make it like that. Fine. So this is going to be the front of the machine, I guess. The controller goes there. We need a row of bricks like so. A bit of extra marbles. That is fluid input, item output. Again, some extra marble. Oh, come on. Didn't want to break the collector crystal, but it's fine. A bit of stairs and a bit more. If I have not messed it up, this should be the machine. Oh, it is. Yes, it changed colors. Structure found. Missing fluid input. The fluid input is always going to be liquid starlight, and this is why I have a bucket. We will make a creative tank. Wait a minute. First off, you go to hell. Secondly, do I need a quantum ring? No, we can just use ender chests. We're good. Unfortunately, I'm absolutely sure that the automation is not really going to work, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to put an interface on this ender chest, which we were using for destabilized redstone, and then we're going to have all the patterns. That's not a good pattern. Okay, maybe we don't do the glass lens, I can craft it on my own, but these ones. The shifting star, obviously. And I guess a recipe for illumination powder based on the amount of nitro that we have. We go with lime. It's just the one. That is everything that we need. So first off, the ender chest comes over here. So whatever we order comes into this ender chest. Then we're going to pump it into the altar, like so. It also does require starlight, so there you go. This is a black hole tank. And then everything that we craft has to go back into our system. So something like this should work fine. We just extract into another ender chest. This place is chunk loaded, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna work. But I guess we will see. The patterns go in, and can we have some shifting stars? I don't know, can I have 10? Probably not. Yeah, I have to be there. Could be a bit stupid, but maybe the interface has to be in the bottom? Okay, it went in, but it's still not working. And I think the entire reason it was not working is that it wasn't chunk loaded. So this is the recipe for the shifting star, correct? And it's not working. It is working, it just takes a bit of time. Hey you, if that is the case, I'm actually fine with this. We're just going to teleport back home to see if it works when I'm not here. The starlight machine actually works, but there is another problem. Apparently last night that I was playing, chunk loading was not an issue. The issue was Applied Energistics could not recognize the shifting star. So the crafting would never get finished, which is a bit of a pain. It means that we can't even auto-craft it. But nonetheless, we have to make cosmic meatballs, and you might notice we need something called triple meat treat. This is an item from Thaumcraft, and the way that you make it is that you have to use the infernal furnace. This thing over here, and if you use bellows, it's gonna work faster. So this is obviously just a furnace. You drop items inside, it's gonna cook it for you, and whenever you're cooking food, there is a chance of getting a nugget. It can be beef, chicken, pork, fish, and you get the gist. Yeah, we got a fish nugget. We can use a hopper, we can use a hungry chest, but let's use an ender chest. We shall give it a seal, and we shall have a golem. Or melon head. Hey you, do something. And if we also provide a collect seal, they're going to collect it and deposit it into the ender chest. And Mr. Michelangelo is going to assist Mr. Melonhead. So basically, we need to cook food. We have pork chops, we have mutton, and we have some beef. The recipe of the triple meat treat is not visible in the JEI, but basically you need 3 nuggets and 1 sugar. And by the way, this is the recipe of the cosmic meatballs. We don't need that many obviously, but this should be our first cosmic meatball. Lovely. Where did you go? Okay, you have to shift click it out. No? Doesn't like the recipe. Do I have it? No. You know, this is a very old mod pack. You expect that recipes are going to work flawlessly? But if it doesn't work, we have to cheat it in. You need 70 shifting stars. You see, I put the star in, I take the cosmic meatballs out, and it's not here. Yeah, it's gone. And then the recipe doesn't work. What if we shift? Oops, that was a very bad idea. Yeah, it still doesn't work. We have to cheat it in. It's fine, it depends how many nuggets we get. Then we would be able to know how many we can cheat in. So the way that we're going to cheat in cosmic meatballs is going to be based on the number of triple meat treats that we have, correct? We need 12 of them to make 9 cosmic meatballs, so each stack that you see over here represents 9 cosmic meatballs. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 8 times 9. We trash them, obviously. This is a hard thing to make. And then I think I need 72 cosmic meatballs. That is 64 and 8. That should be correct. We need some of that to make the infinity catalyst, so you go over there. We need 1 of them to be eaten. It's a food. And we're going to need some in order to make the ultimate stew, which also gives you 9, so we won't have a problem. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye. Actually, wait a minute. First off, it has been maybe an hour later and I have been walking around the base, and I noticed that we have 5 barrels of witch water. I know that I have emptied them. They're in the recipe of the creative tank, and we use some of that in order to make the creative tank. And I was like, how the hell did I get more witch water? I guess it rained and I didn't notice. Anyways, that is not the point that I wanted to make. I'm having a bit of an existential crisis after the cosmic meatballs. The whole reason that we play expert mode mod packs and the whole reason that we play modded Minecraft in general is automation. We love generating millions of resources, and we love consuming those millions of resources in order to make a few items that we never need. So don't get me wrong, I love this mod pack, it's an amazing mod pack. The problem is automation. That part of me is not very satisfied. For example, creative generator, EU. If you look at the recipe, I can make this in 5 minutes. I have patterns for almost everything except the rainbow generator, which is not that bad. The creative gas tank should maybe take, I don't know, half an hour? Yeah, we even have the fluids. For rocket fuel, which I just need to make 1 bucket, and that's exactly my point. Everything that we have done today and the last episode was just making 1 bucket, 1 item, 1 unit, 1 of something. There's no automation, and I'm really sad. My favorite thing in modded Minecraft are the magic mods, and I was hoping that there is going to be a lot more magic in this mod pack, which unfortunately there isn't. I was checking the recipes, and the only thing that I can automate using magic is this. Draft of Angelos. And guess what? The only interesting thing that I found, I need only like 2 stacks of it. Project Ozone was slightly different because we needed millions of resources until the very end. Literally the very end. But here the end game is like, craft 1 bucket, craft 1 gear, and make this. I'm not even that far from the infinity catalyst. Or I don't know, just as another example, if you look at the recipe of the ultimate stew, there's no incentive of automating corned beef breakfast. Because you need only 64 of it and then you're done. Essentially what I'm trying to say is that I kind of lost interest. It's not just because of the cosmic meatballs. For example, we made this fusion reactor, but I only used it to get 5 buckets of neutron fluid and tritium. And then it's off. I personally think if you're not having a fun with a mod pack, maybe it's time to call it a day. And I'm not having fun, so maybe we should call it a day? You let me know. But in the meantime, maybe we're going to have a 1.20 mod pack. It's either going to be FTB Genesis or all the mods 9. Or is it 10? I don't know. Whatever version of all the mods which is available. Anywho, bye bye again.